Hello YouTube, welcome back to Richmond. I'm Chris. Now, we haven't made a video or posted a video on YouTube for a few weeks. Sadly, life has gotten in the way of my railways. But hey, we're back now, so let's do another video, shall we? So today, I decided it was high time we cracked on with our little layout extension. So you'll see this area here. You can see where the track was. We've lifted the two main lines and we're going to build, if we just scroll around and down, we're going to build another baseboard. Now I'm not going to bore you with me building the baseboard. You've seen me building baseboards before. We'll build it and then we will disconnect everything from the two pieces of layout. So basically what we're doing is we're separating this board here, the filial boards, from the main scenic part of the layout. And the reason we're doing this is so that we can get a bit more room for scenery. So you'll see that black mark, permanent marker, pen mark on the baseboard. That is how much space we're going to have extra. So that's how much the filial boards are going to be moved down by. So it's about 20 inches. So the back of the filial will just project very, very slightly into the doorway of the garage, which isn't that much of a problem. I did consider sort of moving the filial around a bit and having another board at the far end, so down here, sort of down there, just to curve the filial around a bit to gain a little bit more space. But there's no point. It'd mean too much upheaval. We'd have to lift the entire filial, move all these points around, move the wiring, and I just can't be done with it. The filial works fine as it is. Yeah, there's a couple of dodgy bits here where I've just got to relay the track. That isn't too much of a hardship. We can just lift it and glue it back down and that'll be fine. But I'll back onto this bit. We're going to build a baseboard, then we're going to take, separate the two bits of board and just shove this whole thing down by 20 inches. In a moment, via the magic of video editing, you'll see the baseboard finished. So that's one baseboard assembled and it's just tentatively fitted into position, so we've got that much more room now. So you'll see plenty more room for some scenery, and we'll clean this up. Just need to connect it up to there in due course and we'll be good to go. So everything lines up pretty well, so I'm very happy with that, and in a minute we will join everything up and maybe start laying some track. So you join me a couple of days later. The baseboard is in position and everything is fixed together. There is a little bit of a mismatch there. Won't matter too much because that'll all be filled with scenery. I've literally just glued down the track. I had bit of a mess with this track. As you can see, the pen marks on the board, I had originally put the track down, but unknowingly made the curves a little bit too tight and only a couple of things would go around. So what I've done this evening, I've lifted the track and I've relayed it and I've introduced a more sweeping curve and then round into the double slip here. So now stuff goes around it. The things that had the most trouble were my V2 locomotive and my L&ER extra long CCT vans and one of my brake vans that wouldn't go round. So now everything goes round. I've tested it. It's a nice sweeping bend, like I say. Now over here, we'll just zoom in. You'll see the head shunt for the goods yard. I've moved that away from the main lines a bit just so that I can get a signal in there at some point. So signals are on the list of jobs to do. However, they are way down the list of priorities, mainly because I haven't decided whether to make them myself or to farm the work out. If I farm it out, it's going to cost me a lot of money, but I know there'll be proper jobs. The guy that I will most likely ask has made signals for me in Engage, and he is absolutely fantastic. A guy called Mark Seward. He is absolutely brilliant. His signals are a work of art. I do have some MSE Wizard Model signal kits, some ground signals and a BR upper quadrant, and we'll try that at some point when I've mastered sort of solder at different temperatures and stuff. But anyway, I digress. So moving back to this curve, you can see the glue's still wet. I've used this stuff, Copydex, which is my adhesive choice for track, and then I just fix it down with drawing pins. I know a lot of people use weights, you know, tubs of screen wash and stuff like that just to weigh the track down. I find that pushing a drawing pin into the plywood is better. Not great for my fingers. I end up with bruises on my thumbs from pushing them in because they are quite hard to push in. But I know that everything's flat, everything's square, and once the glue is cured, probably tomorrow night now, we'll solder some droppers in. We've got some holes drilled there and there for the droppers, so we'll get them wired in, and then we'll test. We'll run some trains, and we'll see how we get on. Now, if you have any questions on how I lay my track or how I've gone about building the baseboard, please feel free to contact me, either using the email address on my YouTube channel, or drop a comment on this video. And please, like the videos, because it helps with the YouTube's algorithms, and it helps move the video up the rankings in the search engine and stuff. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. So until next time, bye for now.